Welcome to My Life and Coasters, where today it's the opening day of Pleasurewood Hills theme park. So this is a family theme park located in Suffolk. And I've not actually been here for just under a year. Actually, it's about 11 months. The last time I was here was Easter 2023, and it's Easter 2024. Last time it wasn't very busy and the weather was awful. Now the weather's scheduled to be awful, but it's busy. So I'm not too sure how busy like queues and stuff are going to be today. As you can see, you've got Wipeout just behind me. It's just before 10 o'clock. I didn't do that last time because I was too scared. And also Cannonball Express, I didn't do that last time. So quite a lot of new coasters for me to get on today. You can see Wipeout, the park's Vekoma Boomerang. Right, so we're into the park. It's just about 20 past 10 then. Wipeout's not opening for a little bit more, so I'm going to head down to Cannonball Express. Which is another one I've not done before. Alright, so I've just been on Wipeout then, went down to Cannonball Express. I don't know if it's going to open today, unfortunately. But yeah, I did Wipeout. Vekoma Boomerangs, they're not the most loved ride, but I really like that actually. I thought it was quite a good ride. The middle of the ride, first train of the day on Wipeout there. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. The trains, they weren't the most comfortable, and it was a bit headbanging, but I didn't find it anything too bad at all. I mean, much prefer things like that to the likes of Soar and Colossus, if I'm honest. Done Wipeout. The time now, that took a bit. It's just gone 20 to 11. You've got log flume and you've got some other bits around. Just going to take it very chilled out today. The park's open until 5 o'clock. The plan is generally, it's quite hot at the minute. It's scheduled to be windy and rainy, but I'm glad I got on Wipeout in case it gets winded off later. So just on this nice themed street then, it looks a lot nicer and like painted up than what I remember. I mean, it might have been last time, but it just looks so fresh and stuff. The Root and Toot and Target chart's got nice doors and that on there now. With signage. Yeah, it looks quite a lot more pleasant around here now. Quite a colourful street. I mean, imagine this is what we can see with Drake Manor, which is owned by the same company that owns Pleasurewood Hills. They've got a new themed street that's just opened actually. So yeah, quick look at Water Fun Factory there. I'm not going to go on it just yet because I'll be walking around all wet and cold, because you do get soaked on that one. So I did it a few times last year. That's a really nice log flume painted up and that. I do actually. I'm starting to like Pleasurewood Hills a bit more. I mean, I've not had a full day here yet, so I'm certainly not giving any sort of real review on it. So yeah, I've just fully walked around the park then in about 10 minutes. It's not massive, but I quite like that about it. You've got Jolly Roger and Cannonball Express. That's not opening for a bit, but I really do hope they can get it open because I really want to get on there. So as soon as I see it going around with people on, I'll get on there. I might feel brave enough at some point today to go on Jolly Roger. Got a pirate ship here. There's more things like the toilet blocks being painted up. Unfortunately I wasn't ready for opening today, but that's looking really nice. It's got like a new brick and wood effect stuff. This park's also got a chairlift over the back as well. Last time that wasn't scheduled to open till 12, then it didn't for rain, but I'm hoping it'll open on time at 12 o'clock today, because it's a pleasant ride and I should take you for an on-ride POV on that one. You got lots of trains and stuff here as well. Which of course I'll try and take you on ride as long as it's allowed and the trains stay open. Just been walking around this park then, and it's a very sort of peaceful, nice sort of, you feel like you want to be quiet as you're walking around all in the trees, but I noticed something, and that's what I think this park's lacking. I think the one thing this park's lacking quite a lot of is audio. I think just some speakers that bring a bit of life to it. And I get it's quiet on a summer's day, it'd be a bit better. Even if it was maybe a bit of pop music or something, or just general music, I think would go really nice in this park. Of course, I'd like to see, like, you've got a lot of sort of water themed rides around here, like a sort of watery sort of soundtrack. But yeah, I'd like to see a bit of audio. That'd be sort of a good improvement I think they can make here at Pleasurewood Hills. Yes, I've actually just been on the chairlift. Yeah, I was going to do Express, the roller coaster at the bottom, but unfortunately it wasn't quite open. It was having a few problems getting around the track, which I guess is quite a problem with a coaster. But yeah, they said it'd be open in a bit, so about 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So probably head back down there in a minute. But yeah, I just went on the chairlift because, yeah, why not? It was open. It wasn't actually meant to open until 12, I don't think, but it was open, and I thought if the weather gets bad it might shut, so just took a ride on there. It takes about 20 minutes to get across the park, but it's really like pleasant ride, nice and enjoyable. And I'm just going to head on to this kite flyer now, see how it is. Yeah, this is made by Zamperla. It's the same as the Velar, the seating, just half the sort of width. Yeah, I've done this one before. I can't quite remember how it was though. Alright, so I've just come off that funny little flat ride. Well, not a funny little flat ride, that sort of flying flat ride there. I'm not too sure what it's called. Yeah, it was alright. Just had to wait one cycle to get on there. So yeah, by the time I'd wait to get on there, I got on the ride, and then my parents called me, so I went to answer it. Got my phone out of my pocket, and then because of the ride's like seating system, couldn't fit it back in before the ride started, so I just had to awkwardly hold my phone. I did actually turn the camera on because I thought, why not? Yeah, I don't know what their policy is with me filming on a ride like that just with my phone, so I'm not going to put the footage in. But yeah, it was alright. I mean, it's just a basic little flat ride. It's not very comfortable, but actually that's an understatement. It's really, really horribly uncomfortable on the seats, but yeah, I mean, it's alright. You just have to sort of know how to sit on those rides. Yeah, I'm just walking down towards the Express roller coaster then. I thought I'd mention about chairlift. Yeah, it's really weird. The actual car touches the trees and so do your feet, like quite a lot of tree up there. It's quite interesting. I think it does need trimming. But yeah, I was sat on there thinking, hang on, is the car actually going to move past this? Because, yeah, it's one of the branches. I don't know if it's there or... No, it's somewhere there. The sort of bottom of the car touches a branch, if that made any sense at all to you. But yeah, I'm walking down to Express now because I want to get back on there. Yeah, one thing I do notice though about Pleasurewood Hills, I just wish spaces where there used to be rides, if they could just do things like replace the rides or make it look a bit better, because I don't mind with green space, but big concrete area I'm not too much of a fan of. You can get a nice little flat ride on there. Even if it was just something temporary, it doesn't matter too much at this park. They've already got a few temporary rides, I think. So yeah, I'd just like to see a few more flat rides introduced if the budget allows for it in the future. Alright, so I've actually ridden Express now. Yeah, it was alright. I've done a lot of those rides before. I just find them a bit uncomfortable when I'm riding with someone else on there. So yeah, next time I might sit on my own in the car if I do a re-ride on there. So I'm not too sure. I'm not going to prioritise it. But yeah, I really am hoping Cannonball Express is open now, although I don't know, I've not seen it run round with people on today. But yeah, as soon as it opens I really want to get on there, because that's like another main ride I want to get on today. The time is just gone 12:30, so still 4.5 hours of the day left. Yeah, right, I also might do Jolly Roger, although I'm very nervous to do that. Not too keen on drop towers. Right, so just walked down to do Cannonball Express. Yeah, they're telling people just to check back later. It may be open. But yeah, I don't, genuinely, if I'm honest, I don't think it's looking likely. I've seen it test once. Yeah, I don't know, I think the tyres are spinning around on there. So there might be a bit of a chance of it opening. Yeah, you've got the drop tower waiting for riders as well. So I'm just heading round now to probably do Wipeout. Yeah, see what that's like again. I might do it in a different seat, maybe at the front or back. Yeah, as I mentioned, Cannonball Express is still closed, and Jolly Roger's waiting for riders there, so I might go on it a bit later if it gets some people wanting to ride. The train there though, that seems to be running round. Right, so I've just had a ride on Wipeout then. Yeah, I was planning on going around again, but it might have broken down. I'll wait it out for a minute. Yeah, I'm starting to quite enjoy it. It's got no queues, it's just nice to keep going back around. I've just had my second ride. Yeah, it is rough. I mean, I thought it was smooth at first, but no, you've got to keep your head all the way forward. I think Theme Park Wide mentioned this about Colossus. Keep it all the way forward. You might look slightly silly, but yeah, that's the most comfortable way of riding Wipeout. Yeah, so I just overheard someone working on the ride just say we've got to wait because the wind alarm's gone off, which I assume means it's winded off. Yeah, I've never heard someone say the wind alarm's gone off, but anyway, yeah, that was Wipeout. I had one ride on there, which may be my last of the day because the wind's scheduled to only get worse. The log flume seems to have broken as well. Oh, yeah, it's starting to feel a lot more Pleasurewood Hills like now the rain's come down. Right, just had another walk down to Cannonball Express, still unfortunately not open. Yeah, it's looking increasingly unlikely for that one. But yeah, I'm going to head on to Water Fun Factory now, as long as it's open. It did get stuck a second ago, but it looks like it's open again. Right, so I've actually just had a third ride on Wipeout then. I did actually nip out to the car for some lunch, which is why my mouth's probably a bit orange. Just had one of those like pasta pot meals from Tesco quickly. Yeah, I'm going for another ride on Wipeout. Love it. So re-rideable for me. I know that's weird. A lot of people don't like it. But no, I enjoy it. Right, so I've just had a fourth ride there in the front car of Wipeout. Yeah, I really want to get a front row on there. So I'm going to walk back down to Cannonball Express because, well, yeah, I just want to see if it's opening now. The time already, it's nearly 2 o'clock, so I really think it's starting to look unlikely, although technically there is still 3 hours left of the day. Right, so I've actually just had a ride on the pirate ship. Yeah, unfortunately I had as middle as you can get on there ride, which was a bit of a shame really. But yeah, that's where that was the only sort of place left, otherwise I'd have had to wait for the next cycle. So yeah, I just sort of sat where I could on there. Yeah, now I'm going to head on to the wave swinger. So yeah, I just had a ride on the chair swing or wave swing. Oh, it's wave swing, isn't it? Yeah, I actually managed to get it to swing around quite a lot. Yeah, they did tell me off for doing that. It's a bit of an iffy one, that if you can sort of move your feet to swing them around. Quite a lot of parks don't mind you doing it, but here at Pleasurewood Hills they don't like you doing it, which is totally fine. I just didn't realise. So yeah, right, I'm going to head and try and get on this train now. Hopefully I can get on it with no queue. Right, I'm going to go on the narrow gauge railway. So right, so just nip back to the car because I've sort of, with Pleasurewood Hills, literally there's no one checking the gates. You can just walk in and out to the car, and it's quite a small park, so it's easy just to nip to the car. So I've not brought a bag with me into the park, so every time like, I want a drink or a snack, I just nip to the car. Yeah, which isn't too bad. I'd rather do that than be carrying around a bag. But in some great news, Cannonball Express is testing, and like testing, keep going on the track. Now, yeah, if this opens and I enjoy it, I'm gonna lap it for a bit. because yeah, I've never done a Schwarzkopf, I've never done a coaster like this really. I've done Munich Looping, which is a Schwarzkopf coaster, but I've not done anything quite like it, so I'm really excited. I'm just really hoping it can open. I did ask again, and it was just like, unfortunately this time we don't know how long. It sounded a bit like a ride announcement, but anyway, yeah, I think what I'm going to head and do now is wipe out. Yeah, I also did both trains, as you'll have seen from a bit of footage. Yeah, they were both quite good train rides. It does take quite a lot of time. Well, I say that, it didn't take that long. It takes about 30-35 minutes to get them both done. So there's an hour and 50 minutes left of my day then. Yeah, quite a lot of shut. Wipeout's actually just shut for the wind, so yeah, I'm not going to wait around for that. I think Wave Break is closed as well. I have done this. It's just like a slides, and it's a fairly standard ride, so yeah, I'm not going to wait around for that to open or anything. Right, and as long as I can get on and it's open, I'm going to try and head on to the chairlift. I'm also not going to queue ages for it, but yeah, I've already done it once today, but I didn't get any footage, so I thought I'd take you on here with a bit of footage. Alright, so here we go then on the chairlift. Right, so as you can see there, I'm on the chairlift. Yeah, I'll get you a bit of footage in a minute. I'm just sort of still ascending from the station, but yeah, I'm nearly at the sort of maximum height of it. Yeah, I do really like this one for some reason. I'm not too sure. It's just quite unique sort of chairlift it is. Also, I've got to hold on to my phone very tight on here. Yeah, you can take bags on, but you will have to hold them or sort of just put them to the side of you. Yeah, I really like the seats on this. I'll spin you around. Yeah, so there's not really that much. All you've got is this bar, and you put your feet on it to stop it from coming up. But yeah, you just got to use common sense on it. But yeah, your feet do sort of dangle, or they can do if you want. Yeah, that wind is really picking up now. There are points on this ride where you can barely tell if we've stopped or not. Got a little pirate ship down there. Ooh, that's windy now. Yeah, there's a lot of expansion room at this park. Obviously a lot of it is nice sort of green space, some of it's concrete, but I'd love to see them get maybe like a new signature attraction. Something for the family maybe, even just like a flat ride. You know, I think one of the things I'd really like to see here would be maybe a star flyer, because you have got like the sea and stuff, and if you sort of, from the top of Wipeout, you can see quite a lot. So maybe like a nice tall 150 foot, 160 foot tall star flyer, if they could get planning for it, I think it would fit perfectly, really. Oh, it's really windy now. Or if not that, maybe like another sort of family coaster would fit nicely. But I think if I was to pick anything for this park, it would be a wooden coaster, maybe like a GCI family one. I would say Gravity Group, but I've not done one of their wooden coasters. But yeah, something like Oscar's Wild Taxi in America. You've probably not seen that one. But there's it's like a family wooden coaster. I think something like that here would really be perfect. Right, so I've just had a call from my parents then, and they've said that Cannonball Express has got quite a big queue forming, which is a very good sign. Now, the ride, I've got a mention sign, from what I've heard, only runs one train, and each train can seat up to 8 people. So if it has got a big queue, then yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare queue. Yeah, this is the tree then. You can sort of, my feet always touch these branches. If they get much bigger, they're going to start to stop these chairlifts from moving. Yeah, you've got the Castle Theatre. I'm not a massive fan of that really, because it's sort of a bit of an eyesore. It's not got much theming on it, and especially around the back, although I guess it's only on the train you see that. yeah, just got off the chairlift there. Right, I'm going to head down to Cannonball Express. I don't know the chances of it being open. Yeah, and if it's not, I'll probably have another ride on Wipeout. Yeah, this is another sort of area where there's a lot of room for investment. Like, you've got this massive grass area there, concrete area there, you've got space over there. Yeah, if I was to say anywhere, this is probably the place you could, if you wanted to put something big in, like a coaster, you could. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'd add if I was going to add a coaster. But with the sort of rides Pleasurewood Hills gets, it would most likely be like a standard off-the-shelf model. Because I don't think they've got any unique like layout rides. I imagine that Schwarzkopf coaster, imagine that's a clone, but the Boomerang, the Zero Tivoli and the Wild Mouse, like there's loads of them. Yeah, there seems to be a big cattle pen, well, there is a big cattle pen queue line leading into something in that building. Not sure what it is, but yeah, there is something there. So I don't know if it's just not open or it's SB&O for quite a long time now. Just come down here and apparently it's open. Cannonball Express. Right, not going to hesitate, straight down and hopefully get on the ride. Right, I'll get you a bit of off ride, but I just want to get on the coaster. So yeah, right, it's time to ride Cannonball Express. Right, I'm going to head into Rootin' Tootin' Target Trail now, which is the park's interactive dark ride. Yeah, I've done a few more rides since I last talked to the camera, but I'll talk about them after I come off Rootin' Tootin' Target Trail. Yeah, so I've just been on Rootin' Tootin' Target Trail then. Yeah, it's a really nicely themed coaster, dark ride, really enjoyed that. Yeah, walking down to Cannonball Express now, which is a coaster, for a re-ride on there, just before the park shuts. I've got about 15 minutes left, I think. Hopefully it won't have a massive queue. Alright, just walking down the queue line for Cannonball Express. It's a lot quieter than it was earlier. I'd say the queue's probably half the length. Yeah, I reckon it might take 10 minutes to get on here, maybe 5 minutes maximum. It just depends how quickly they're getting the train out. Notice how I said train and not trains. Right, finish the day on Cannonball Express. Right, so I've just had another ride there on Cannonball Express. Yeah, waited quite a while for it. It's having loads of technical problems today, so earlier it wasn't like a thing to save on staffing costs or anything. Well, it obviously wasn't, because they'd staffed the entrance. I think it genuinely was actually broken. Yeah, it keeps overrunning the station, the exit, so they have to send people around twice. It doesn't always make it with the drive tyres. They're just balancing it. They're only sending 4 people a train now. The ride's only got 1 train, so it's 1 train of 4 people. That queue, it does move so slow. If you're coming here, I know people like Theme Park Worldwide and stuff say this, make sure you do that first, I'd say, if it's open. So yeah, a lot of people seem to be running down. It's shut now. The time is 5:05. Yeah, I was thinking of actually going on Jolly Roger to finish the day, because I sort of, I've been quite nervous to do it and I've not actually got around to doing it. It's just fairly standard drop tower looks thing, and it has just stopped there. So yeah, the thing on them, I just don't want it breaking down or something at the top, because I wouldn't like that being sat all the way up there. It made me feel quite uneasy. Yeah, I don't mind on coasters and stuff. I'll talk a bit about my rides on Cannonball Express. I think I might have overhyped myself for that a bit. I kept checking back to see if it was open. It's an alright sort of coaster, it's quite rough. It's fairly enjoyable though. You got the mascot out to finish today, which is good to see. Yeah, good to see the mascots being out today. Yeah, with Cannonball Express, I did just find it quite rough. The drops weren't too intense. There was a good bit of force at the bottom of the helix, but it was all quite rough, and I think I'm going to have a few bruises from that one. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I just overhyped myself for that one a bit, just sort of waiting to get on it. But yeah, glad I got on it. Had 2 rides on there. Both of them were middle rides, different middle rides. But yeah, then the other one, I did a front run wipeout. Really enjoyed that. I think today, the aim of today was for me to get on the 2 coasters I've not done here before. And yeah, with Pleasurewood Hills, it's the sort of park now. I've done everything apart from the drop tower, but that's not like, I don't do a lot of drop towers. I think it's going to be a while before I come back to this park. There's just no real reason for me to come back. Unless they get something new. Yeah, I can't see me come back here for a while, but that's not to say it's not a good park. I enjoy it. Just with me being a known pass holder, having to pay admission, it's just not worth the cost of keeping on coming back and stuff. Oh yeah, what I'm doing now is I'm going to film another vlog of my evening. I'm just going to head into Lowestoft, have a look at Nest Point, and then we're going to head into Yarmouth. So yeah, that is the plan. That's where I'm going to end this vlog. Good day. I enjoyed Wipeout quite a lot. I was sort of breaking myself for that to be a one and done. Quite a boring coaster, not boring, but rough coaster. And it wasn't a ride I thoroughly enjoyed. And I had 5 or 6 rides on there today, which was definitely the aim, getting a lot of re-rides. Had 3 rides on the chairlift, done both the trains, I've done pretty much all the major rides. I didn't do the water slide or anything. Yeah, quite a successful day here at Pleasurewood Hills, I'd say. I definitely recommend a visit if you're down in the area. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.